block 3, my gingerbread house, is done, and I'm ready to quilt it. Whenever I looked at this block, I was like, oh, what overall quilting design could I do on this block? And I thought about clamshells because it almost looks like the scalloped roof tiles of a gingerbread house. So I grabbed another stencil. This is a 1.5-inch square stencil, and I'm going to stencil that all over the quilt, the placemat. Swipe, 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 swipe. I have my regular free motion quilting foot back on my Handi Quilter stationary long arm, and I'm going to stitch clamshells going across. I'm going to stitch it up and down because that's what's comfortable for me, and with the size of this machine I have plenty of room to move a placemat around and even a king-size quilt. So I'm going to start at one side, and I like to start in the middle. I'm going to use my Handi Quilter Sweet Spots again, and when I stitch I'm looking at each of the squares as a box, and I'm going to put a quarter circle in each box using my Sweet Spots. And there's a quarter circle, and I'm going to put a quarter circle coming down and a quarter circle up and down. I don't try to free motion the entire half circle at a time because it's too much for me. I do a quarter circle and a quarter circle. I stitch off the end. Now I have plenty of room and plenty of visibility to go stitch this whole thing backwards, but I am going to cut the thread and start over at the top of that line again. So I'm back up here. I'm going to start at the top of the next square. And now I'm going to make a quarter circle down so it almost touches the middle of this clamshell. There we go. And a quarter circle, quarter circle. When you're looking at them, they look like frowns. When I'm looking at them, they look like the capital letter D. And I'm going to continue every row to the right the same way. all of the clamshells are done on the top of my placemat. I've done this all over quilts with free motion or with rulers. It looks fabulous, and it's really not that time consuming to do. I can now start in the center and work my way out to the right this way, as I would do if I was on a home sewing machine, or I can continue to the left, as I've been doing. So here, I start in the middle. My gingerbread placemat is done. It's not perfect, but neither are scallops or gingerbread tiles whenever I make them, or at least that's the way gingerbread houses end up in my family. I've done this all over a quilt many, many times, and I absolutely love the results.